Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anytime you get to watch this is Jojo of Demons Media. Now today, going around on the internet, I stumble upon great news, fantastic news. As a matter of fact, I think it's about time we had some good news coming from elsewhere. We cannot always be having bad news. It's more or less like it's always gloomy. We don't want that. Every now and then, I believe we deserve some good news. And we got one. It's beautiful. It's awesome. It's an amazing news. Now listen, Nigeria does not count itself as the giants of Africa. It's not just a nickname. It's not just something that they say. I believe Nigeria is beginning to live to that expectation. Giants of Africa, they are setting goals. They are achieving goals. They are breaking grounds, and they are doing great. His Excellency, the President, the first gentleman of the land, President Tinubu, had an awesome news. And sometimes you need the right table, you need the right audience, you need the right pulpit to present certain things that needs to be presented. So somebody's gonna ask, Jojo, what do you on about? What are you talking about? Now it is established, as I said, this is the giants of Africa speaking. Ghana, listen. South Africa, listen. Kenya, listen. Namibia, listen. There is no country on planet Earth that can boast of corruption free except the giants of Africa. He's made history. It's phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's awesome. You think I'm just exaggerating and just saying things? Let us watch the video right here.
It's necessary to emphasize here that the reform that I've embarked upon since I took over in Nigeria has been very impactful. I can beat my chest for that. It was initially painful, but today the result is blossoming. It's getting clearer to the people. We have more money to the economy. No more corruption. We have the governor of Central Bank here. You don't have to know him before you get the foreign exchange that you need. The speculators are out in our currency market. The door is open for businesses. Easy in, easy out. And again, you ask questions.
Welcome back. So you heard him. I'm not the one who said it. To declare your country corruption free. Listen, I've not heard that from Europe. I've not heard that from Africa. I've not heard that from Asia. I've not heard from Americas. I don't even know. I've not heard it from anywhere except in Africa, the giants of Africa. And Nigeria is not just the giants of Africa for the sake of saying that Nigeria is the giant. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. The only country that can declare itself corruption free. He didn't end it there. He also said that we are open for business. Easy in, easy out. They have the largest deposits of gas, which is very true. They supply Ghana with gas. Now somebody's going to go on there and be going on the corruption perception index and find where they are. Put that one somewhere, Jerry. Put it somewhere. That has not been updated. You wait until it's updated, then you would understand what I'm talking about. What I'm saying right now is the president said that there is no corruption in Nigeria. Period. I don't know what it is that you want me to say. All right. And then he went on saying that some of his policies, when he started, it was painful, but it is yielding fantastic results. It is yielding. He can see it. Now, Mr. President, allow me to address you right here. I think sometimes when people are elected as president, they become oblivious because they don't get the actual news as to what is well and truly going on. But I'm not going to say that right here as in what is going on. I'm just going to address my fellow Nigerians. You guys don't have a reason to jackpot any longer, because I believe that now that he's been able to plug the whole of corruption, the next thing that he's coming in to resolve is the energy crisis. It's the energy crisis is coming into resolve, and then the economic crisis as well. He said he's put a lot of money into the economy, so it's expected for them money to reflect in people's pockets. So I don't even see what is going on. Talking about the money reflecting in people's pockets, let's watch this video. If money is not reflecting in your pocket, it is reflecting in the police officer's pocket. Let's watch this.
Nigeria Police Force Area Commander Asaba. See your men, see what your men they do. After a successful business day, they count the money they don't make. Look am. Commissioner of Police Delta State, Inspector General of Police Nigeria. See your men for here. See your men, see your people counting the money that they collected from people on the road. I no go put allegedly, no be alleged. Now money they make for road be this. You cannot tell me that this is their salary. I bet a contribution. I bet they do susu. See am. This is not the kind of police you get for Nigeria.
And welcome back. You see what I was talking about? The money is reflecting in their pockets. So if people are saying there is corruption, I don't know what they're talking about. The first gentleman of the land said there is no corruption, so there is no corruption. All right, so pump your brake. Before you come for me, pump your brake. I'm not the one saying it. All right, it's a good news. This is Giants of Africa speaking. And if the giant speaks, the ants got to listen. The dwarfs have to listen. So the president said there is no corruption. There is no corruption. Now the police officers, the video that you saw, there's a greater possibility they've been doing susu. So therefore they were counting their proceeds. Couldn't get anywhere to count a proceed than on duty in a duty vehicle. It's just something else, isn't it? When I look at it and the way sometimes we do things, it becomes so ridiculously ridiculous that you don't even know how to quantify it, to qualify it. Because what is this, Mr. President? Well, kudos, or should I say congratulations, or should I say well done for doing your best to get rid of corruption in Nigeria. Because whenever you mention corruption, Nigeria's name seems to come up. It looks as if Nigeria is the only country with corruption. You understand? So corruption is a big deal. So if the president has been able to work it out in a way that he's been able to get rid of corruption, I think he deserves commendation. Let me clap for him. He's done fantastically well. My country, Ghana, follow suit. You need to get rid of corruption. Learn from President Tinubu. Come to Nigeria for some lessons. When the president is saying something, some people too are circulating videos that are saying contrary to what the president is saying. What is wrong with you? Why are you doing so? Why can't you just listen to the president and just believe the things that he's saying? You voted for him. You put him in power. And he's doing that which he promised to do. One of the promises he promised was he will get rid of the fuel subsidy, which he did. Another one of the inaugural promises was that he would tackle the energy, whatever, and I believe he's on the verge of I'm doing that. So why are you circulating videos that are contrary? And once again, the Nigerian Bar Association obviously had a conference and in Enugu, and they were just asking some questions, and some people were answering. And well, let's just see how the questions and answers went.
The first question is Nigeria better today than 2 years ago? So I assume that is for yes. Is Nigeria better today than 2 years ago? Okay, let's go to the second question. Do you think the nation is on the right track with the policies of the Tinubu government? Okay. All right. My third question. Is your hope renewed? No, I've not finished the question. Hold on. I've not finished the questions. Is your hope renewed now, or do you think this government is in touch with the present realities of the average nation? For those who agree, say yes. Those who disagree, say no.
Hold on. What you guys mean by no? And the other financial policies that he came up with is what is yielding results today that Nigeria is corruption free. So what do you guys mean by no? Come on. Ejo. Hold on, I don't understand though. I believe the government is in touch with the current reality. If he was not in touch with the current reality, how is he able to say that corruption is being blocked? I can say this though, your realities are people's realities. You understand? From where the president stands, there's no corruption in Nigeria. From where the president stands, the Nigeria that he came to inherit and the Nigeria that he's working towards is doing phenomenal. Is doing fantastically, very, very well than when he took power. So I don't know what I know what you guys are talking about. You dare not try to call the president. You should not make the president look like he's oblivious. Hey, listen, I'm not making fun, but let me add my 2 cents to it. Somebody's going to ask me, Jojo, as you're going on and kind of trying to make a mockery. I'm not making a mockery. It's a good news for a president to come up and say that he has eradicated corruption. There is no corruption in Nigeria, which is one of the cancers that is killing not only the continent, but the moment we start mentioning corruption, you can't really well and truly, you can't take Nigeria out of the equation. So for the president to come and say this, it's a brilliant and an amazing news. So I'm not making a mockery, but if it is not true, then we need to let the authorities, we need to let the leaders know that this is not the reality on the ground. And how do we do it? Somebody's going to ask, do you think we have not done that? We have done that. But we as citizens, I think we should not get tired. We should keep on pressing until something happens. Push. As the Christians put it, pray until something happens. So we should keep on pushing until something happens. Until then, they're just going to be oblivious and they're going to be bringing us statistics that do not. Because well and truly, I can tell you frantically that all these things and the subsidies and the interventions and the policies that the president has come up with, a lot of people are worse off than before. Lots of people are well and truly worse off than before. If you look at the amount of people that even don't mind to leave Nigeria to go to Benin Republic or to move to Togo, having said that, I'm not trying to belittle any country, or I'm not trying to belittle any economy. That is not what I'm saying. But if things are as they are being put across, then people should stay and work. There is no place like home. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, what are you talking about?" When it comes to migration, it's always been there. It has always been there. We get it. We understand. But when you look at the rate at which it is happening now, it's alarming. So, Mr. President, we are sorry. The figures that you keep on quoting and some of the things that you're saying, majority of us are not feeling it in our pocket. As we are not feeling it in our pocket in our lives, we cannot say that is the reality. So it looks as if your reality is kind of different from our reality. But then we gave you the mandate for you to be there. So you need to calm down. You need to descend. You need to obviously take a couple of steps down, try and feel or try and get the information or the data from another angle. The data that you are getting, the data that you are working with, the data that you are presenting isn't what it is. As you rightly said, Nigeria's economy will build with Nigerians, for Nigerians, and by Nigerians, which is a fantastic thing to say. But at the moment, things are not really doing very well. Listen, I don't live in Nigeria, but I have lots of Nigerians around me where I am. I have friends and families in Nigeria, so I speak with them, and I get it. Somebody will say maybe they are not in favor of the government of the day, and so therefore they don't seem to see but we cannot say they are not. We can read and we get to see what is going on. President, thank you very much for going to Brazil. Thank you very much for selling Nigeria as it's supposed to be sold. Thank you very much for letting us know that Nigerians' businesses doors are open, easy come, easy go kind of a thing. But at the same time, Mr. President, we are not feeling that brilliant. And the corruption that you're talking about is still embedded. The corruption that you're talking about is still there. The corruption that you are saying that you have eradicated is well and truly there. So these things we are not saying you're lying. We are not saying you are not being truthful, but we are just saying that the data that you are working with isn't the right data. Try and find another means, other channel to collect other data. Do the comparison, because the people around you may not be truthful as they're supposed to be. Behind it, I'm sitting here ranting. Jojo here. What do I know? Still, this is my take.